Tragedy, Taja Kala, Jobon, Zamberling, Topo Saman, Sanjay, Luzi, the Sanjay, Samba, say me, but Omaka Chachoba, Tragedy.
And Dashidele to all my friends here and on the live stream all around the world. I'm offering to you this milk tea coming from the Buddha's begging bowl that has the nature of immeasurable love. And so this milk tea will fill all of your bellies. So if I drink it for you, you will also get it.
Thank you.
So then we start with the opening prayers in the yellow prayer book on page 1. All mother sentient beings, limitless this space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless this space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. I take refuge in the Buddhas until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to Bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to Bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to Bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to Bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. And now we turn to the Chenrezig Royal Tradition Chenrezig Sadhana, starting on page number 4.
Namo Loge Yoraya Tigadadan Gombo Bami Longa Zeden Bamjo Chenrezig Saga Chejara Songzin Gambola Sarvain Denso Senje Labdesu Kaden Senden Sabe Lamas Kadere Jibe Lama Jonanda Sarvain Denso Senje Labdesu Yodan Dhammain
Namo Lokeshvaraya. Dharmakayam, the unelaborated reality, protector, boundless light. Sambhogakayam, loving, supreme, noble Chenrezig. Nirmanakayam, Dharma King, Songtsen Gampo. We supplicate you to you, please grant your blessings. The root lamas possessing the three kindnesses, with the supreme lamas of the oral transmission and treasure teachings, we supplicate to you, please grant your blessings. Please grant the ordinary and highest accomplishments.
Toba me ba sagba me be deva che parajin che ne be nangka dat nyamba jo.
From emptiness arises an which transforms into a precious container, broad and vast. Within this are Ahung, which melt and transform into a pure, unlimited, uncontaminated Dharma, extensive as the sky, capable of giving rise to the special ultimate great bliss.
Sambara Hong Namasavadadanga Avalokada Om Sambara Sambara Hong Namasavadadanga Avalokada Om Sambara Yo Dende Degi Kekbar Enje Mangla Sansal Egi Kekba Zungze Damba La Sansal Egi Kekba Ganjam Le La Sansal Egi Kekba Jekba Tamche Dang Yonsa Darwal La La Zonzulu.
I pay homage to the exalted Tathagata Rinchen Mang. I pay homage to the Tathagata Sukje Dampa. I pay homage to the Tathagata Gujam Lim. I pay homage to the Tathagata Jigpa Tamche Dang Yongso Dalvehla.
Gange Temo Javaye Jongbo Nandan Shadada Sembo Shaji Sawada Semje Namba Nasoda Yenshen Kerba Soneba Tedan Tela Dolmane Zawa Shanchang Lampodan Dechen Deva Mangbodan Choban Deyen Gazela Nebe Samba Kevada Semje Nala Deren Senje Jebarje Jinjen Jinjen Dana Chipjojen Darigen Yanda Dona Sangbarjo Yongbo Gongla Cheba Bangwa De Gelong Gim Jung Teya Gamze Onde Senje Menje Ganyami Soe Zola Ganjan Zen Range Lula Belonga Yela No Bang Azenye Om Shimbo Ai Chung Gandai Lula Ngumba Nezebe Nede Neva Sanzula
Back to page 6. Spirits who wander by night, all jumbo and flesh eaters, simbo who consume raw meat, various types of beings, those who abide in the thin branches of trees and so forth. For these individuals and others is this dharma, made of meat, beer, radish, and mashed rice, many kinds of fruit. Please enjoy this offering. Pacify your harmful thoughts. From now on, develop the intention to help others. Practice dharma like an ornament. Hold perfect samaya and pure vows. Renounce chastising any jungbom. Be ordained Shramanas and Brahmins. Everyone is afraid of weapons, and everyone values their own life. Take your own life as an example and avoid causing harm to others. All you spirits, strong or weak, to fully eliminate illnesses, especially dangerous to the body, return to your own abode.
Kumle Rinpoche Nu So So Rang Rang Mingye Dangbo Yangse Jirba Chuze Na Rangye Dongba Nangba Chuze Se Sami Je Deva Jinu Ben Churin Samje Me Jabar Chur.
From emptiness arises a drum syllable that transforms into a precious container. The initial letters of each of the offerings appear and then transform into the offering substances with the nature of emptiness. Through contemplation, they transform into an unlimited cloud of offerings, which has the power to produce never-ending happiness. In order to liberate all sentient beings abiding in samsara from the ocean of suffering, I will meditate on the mandala of the Great Compassionate One.
La sola sanje dan sanjo sembe soje go dinje nam karje dan den la yobo.
In my heart is a balm which transforms into a lotus, and an arm which transforms into a moon cushion. On it is a vivid white stream radiating light. The light invites the Lamas and the deities of the Great Compassionate One, surrounded by the assembly of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, into the sky in front, to be seated on lotus and moon cushions.
sanje sansan sedanje semjin gorne kendin keksa yeda bene dila den bayo lunga ye san gebe sansan lo ngumjere ye zhuren chuba dan bai ge serang ngune da da yin shu da degele nan tolo ya je wo nian de ran jara san jo san de san ge da je la je ye ran de san jar ve jar ne song ba ye chun kar sen je nam la go de so do do men je nyang en da ye na do ve dun de yo wa so wan de da kin ge ve ta kan sa de la ne do be san jo do bo yo.
Page 11. All Lamas existing in the three times, the deities of the Mandala of the Great Compassionate One, with the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, in order to eliminate the suffering of all beings in samsara, please come from your natural abodes. Please be seated here on the cushions of lotus, moon, and sun. I respectfully prostrate with body, speech, and mind. Accept these holy offerings, real and imagined. From prior lifetimes until now, whatever wrongful acts I did, I acknowledge and confess. I rejoice in the root of virtues of ordinary people, Shravakas, Pratyekas, and Bodhisattvas of the three times. For all living beings, please turn the wheel of Dharma, of the direct oral teachings of the victors of the three times. Those who wish for paranirvana will not benefit beings. Please accept my request that you remain to benefit beings. May I and others, accumulating the root of virtue, achieve the unexcelled perfect enlightenment. Again.
Deva dante barasavu chadang dang dave danyol nebarjo.
I have great compassion for all those who are suffering, the sentient beings of the 6 realms of the 3 worlds. May they be separated from suffering. May they have happiness. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Thank you. I have great compassion for all those who are suffering, the sentient beings of the 6 realms of the 3 worlds. May they be separated from suffering. May they have happiness. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. The visualized field of accumulation of merit dissolves into me. All inner and outer phenomenal things subsumed in the subject and object are purified into the nature of the natural purity.
Sarva dharma soba vayana dongbe ngangle reye karp yongsa jirabale bhagwa Chenrezig Sadhana Gamdo garbo chige gerve garsam longa gebe gar marmo zegbe garni troka trebe gar Aba meja vada joje go sava jiga sajan sava sanye togara dharmo jar deho manina tengvada pemanzim deho manina kolo Rinpoche de Oma Nina Chakada Yuen Zenpa Wo Yin La Longa Sa Sum Je Som Je Ye Je Jirga Na Rinpoche Shakpa Lungzi Raja Dorje Jaram Cheshir Meshir Dak Aya Baba Pamba Jada Ting Pema Ngombo Nyema Dawa Pema Garb Zemba Wo Yinje Jurgan Jin Jeblo Rebema Zarbo Raja Dong Tuyok Tingwa Java Dorji Yakja Serzi Chaka Yarme Kang Lekbam Koloi Java Zok Gundram Pema Marbo Rambo Je Sarajeb Zemba Wo Nyingla Chuk Sada Dongne Chubjin Je Saja Jepe Dana Jirere Sarve Jodo Semjena Tukje Sore Meba Nyambara Sekba Yamni Rove Donla Nyerde Yemba Wo Rintang Mebe Rambo Na Sokbe Vejin Hinjin Garjin Pongjin Kar Simo Do Doikara Sada Kar La Sobe Zebara Deba Tanha Soje Doyo Heyo Darjang So Lalam Da Sor Sinzangbo Sonye Peze Jebja Kune Sip Yen Denjen Damar Shele Lamu Yege Tong Kumdo Sansin Jincha Lodan Sodan Dawa Yejen Damar Sen Norvan Sin Kumdo Garbo Sharchek Sanyi Yerambo Je Yuma Teken Chenwan Zimba Yunjen Damar Simo Rengan Zim Kumdo Garmo Sharchek Sanyi Yeshe Karajan Chenwa Dan Yung Pema Zim Samgan Dardan Rumbo Je Nazo Bejin Shablan Dube Surje Sambe Jemo Dong Yoba Jabjen Dam Sanje Nangwan Taye Kumdo Mar Sanje Tingen Zinje Saja Jin Nyambar Jem Yogen Simbe Debe Traga Chalo Jeno Se Pendap Junye Lan Dune Yekara Je Pendap Langbor Nambaran Namze Dan Yebarate Yum Sanje Jiman Ye Karbo Yen Kol Sambara Mepcho Badan Yembate Yum Mama Ke Umbo Ye Dorje Mabar Rinchen Jungden Tukpa Te Yum Kunda Zamu Nye Samu Ye Rambo Je Dumbar Nangwan Taye Dang Jebate Yum Kukarmo Nye Mar Ye Pema Goba Dunyo Trabat Jebate Yum Dormani Janga Ye Dorje Jat Tukje Kwa Tukje Chenbo Dang Junye Barte Yum Harda Semani Karmo Ye Pema Nam Yamna Yung Tila Tenge Yamna Yung Chuje Saye Damje Je Sansin Tokaransin Keda Tamche Jan Tada Rumbo Natsobe Jenjen Yapsam Jedonge Yoba.
Back to page 14. From emptiness arises a white stream which completely transforms into the noble Chenrezig with 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes, with white body and 11 faces, 3 peaceful faces of the Dharmakaya, 3 smiling faces of the Sambhogakaya, 2 dark red semi-wrathful faces, 2 wrathful faces of the Nirmanakaya, and in the center Amitabha. The roots are the 10 arms of the Dharmakaya. The main 2 hands are joined at the heart. The next lower 2 hold a mala and a lotus. The next lower 2 hold a wheel and a round anointing vase. Of the next lower 2, one is in the mudra of giving, and the other holds a jewel. The next lower 2 hold a Nirmanakaya statue and a bow and arrow. The branches are the 38 arms of Sambhogakaya. The 19 right arms hold a jewel, a lasso, an offering bowl, a sword, a crossed vajra, a water crystal, a fire crystal, a bow and arrow, a twig, a tail fan, a shield, a vase, an axe, a mala, a blue lotus, a sun, a moon, and a white lotus. The 19 left arms hold a cloud, an anointing vase, a yellow lotus, a white conch sword, a skull staff, a mala, a bell, a vajra, an iron hook, a monk's staff, a Nirmanakaya statue, a celestial palace, a volume of scripture, a wheel, an emanated form, grapes, a red lotus, and an 8-cornered jewel. The secondary branches are the 1,000 arms of the Nirmanakaya, making the mudra of highest generosity. In the palm of each is an eye of compassion that looks towards all sentient beings of the 6 realms equally and impartially. The 2 legs are standing erect to quickly benefit all sentient beings. The body is adorned with head ornaments, earrings, short necklace, shoulder ornaments, belt, medium-length necklace, long necklace, bracelets, and anklets, all of various inexpressibly precious jewels, and upper and lower garments of various silks and draped silk cloths. The body is beautified with all the 32 major marks and the 80 minor marks. On the lotus petal in front of this, a Shri transforms into Hlammo Yigeduma, the 6-syllable mantra goddess, with body color, hand symbols, and ornaments all identical to the main deity. On the petal on the right is the sun Norbu jewel holder, with white body color, 1 face and 2 hands, holding a jewel in the right hand and a pearl mala in the left. On the petal on the left is the daughter Ringak Zimam, holder of the mantra, with white body color, 1 face and 2 hands, holding a crystal mala in the right hand and the lotus in the left. These 3 wear silks and various jewels. The legs are in the sattva posture in the manner of paying homage. On the rear petal is the Buddha Amitabha with red body color, with 2 hands in the meditation position, sitting in the Vajra posture, ornamented with the major and minor marks of the Buddha, and with all the aspects of the Nirmanakaya. There are 12 outer petals of the lotus. On the petals starting from the front, circling to the right are, first, Vairochana, and second, the mother Buddha Lochana, both white in color, holding a wheel in the right hand. Third, Akshobhya, and fourth, the mother Mamaki, both blue in color, holding a Vajra in the right hand. Fifth, Ratnasambhava, and sixth, the mother Samantabhadri, both yellow in color, holding a jewel in the right hand. Seventh, Amitabha, and eighth, the mother Pantara, both red in color, holding a lotus in the right hand. Ninth, Amoghasiddhi, and 10th, the mother Tara, both green in color, holding a crossed Vajra in the right hand. 11th, Avalokiteshvara Mahakarunika, and 12th, the mother Prajna Paramita, both white in color, holding a lotus in the right hand. Regarding all of the above, the male has the left hand supported on the cushion. The female has the left in a mudra of great generosity. The right hands of all hold the hand symbols at the heart. They all are ornamented with silks and various jewels, and the legs are in the sattva posture.
Yaye kange chamla tu sunje sanje tong sanje sanjo zembe chaloje yogwa HEGR laye to yazin karbo sanje pawan zemba lama yenje toba tazare ngombo yale zim logor meye toba HEGR toba ser Sikhan Zimba, Nugura Dunde Dog, Shagya Singe, Nagbo, Legban Zimba, Yeda Jado, Namkanzo, Marbo, Rumbo, Jaya, Domba Zim, Sangura, Nyarve, Doba, Chujara, Nagbo, Meja Zim, Trokai Traga Chalon Simbe Namjar Lagan Tangan Dingbe Dabje Yoba Danje Jang Pao Dande Jurven Dinje Jazo Dab Geje Gezarve Datang Dinji Jazove Dog Pema Garbo Devar Dave Jemkarajave Preye Garbo Neba Zeradava Ranginje Nesantrip Gomba Dandave Tukje Chimbu Lazo Gejek Dunje Nanga Jindo Borju.
Back to page 19. In the courtyard of the palace are the 1002 Buddhas of the three times, in the form of bodhisattvas. In the eastern door is the Buddha of the gods, Gyajin, extensive generosity, white, holding a guitar, a biwang in both hands, and the Buddha of the demigods, Taksang, Rim, splendid robe, bloom, holding armor. In the southern door is the Buddha of humans, Shakyamuni, yellow, holding an offering bowl. In the western door is the Buddha of the animals, Shakyasenge, black, holding a volume of scripture, and the Buddha of the hungry ghosts, Namkedzu, sky treasure, red, holding a treasure box. In the northern door is the Buddha of the hell beings, Chugyal, Dharma king, black, holding fire and water. These six have the form of the Nirmanakaya, with all the major and minor marks, and wearing the three Dharma robes, standing erect. I transform into the hero HEGR. Then in an instant I clearly arise, identical in form to the main deity generated in front, Chenrezig. The main deity generated in front has in the heart a white lotus with a moon circle. In the center of this is a white stream radiating light, inviting the deities of the Great Compassionate One, identical to the meditation deities from their natural abodes into the sky in front. Shrim, from the highest abode of the natural spontaneous realization, unmoving from the realm of the unborn Dharmakaya, yet the form body manifests in a body to benefit beings. Please come here. Shrim, Great Compassionate One, with all your retinue, to benefit all sentient beings without exception, may your compassionate thoughts stay close to me. Grant the blessing of remaining because of the power of your heart pledge. 3. In the Dharmakaya there is no duality, manifesting the Sambhogakaya form to benefit beings, manifesting everywhere compassionately in the Nirmanakaya form to benefit beings. I prostrate to the deity with the wisdom of the 3 kayas. To the mandala of the Great Compassionate One, beyond the torment of the afflictive emotions of hunger and thirst, in order for us to gather the accumulation of wisdom and merit, please accept this offering with delight. Please accept these various outer offerings of water for the face and feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Three auspicious goddesses fill the realm of space, presenting all phenomena of form, sound, smell, taste, and touch as offerings to delight the deities of the mandala. Please bless us by accepting this with delight.
Benjara Pinzale Benjara Dharma Sarva Benja Samaya Mandala.
Three, there is no duality in the wisdom body, yet appearing as duality of the wisdom and samaya beings, please remain in the state of non-duality, to perfectly perform the enlightened activities for the benefit of beings.
mane peme hong za ong
Free from the five bodies abiding in the bodies of the five wisdoms. The five victors arise from the Ogmin Ramakanishta. May I be blessed by the empowering Lord of the family. May the five families grant the realization of the five wisdoms. Free in order to be one with the body, speech, and mind of all the Buddhas of the three times. Bless my body, speech, and mind, and sealed by the blessing empowerment. In myself and the main deity, along with the Mandala deities generated in front, at the forehead is a white in the throat a red and at the heart a blue hung, which become the nature of the Vajra body, speech, and mind. Three, great compassionate one, deity of wisdom deities. Yige Dungmam, the 6 syllables, wisdom source mother. Norbo Zimbam, jewel holder, the prince who practices the supreme methods. Ringak Zimbam, holder of the mantra, the princess who practices wisdom. Deities not produced but primordially undifferentiated from myself. I praise and prostrate to the bodies of the 4 wisdom deities. Look upon all beings with the eyes of great compassion. Vairochana Dharmadhatu wisdom, Akshobhya Vajra mirror wisdom, Ratnasambhavam equanimity wisdom, Amitabha discriminating wisdom, Amoghasiddhi all-accomplishing wisdom, I praise and prostrate to the 5 wisdoms and the 5 bodies.
Dongsun Jiktin Je Kamje Jotan Tuje Jembe La So Jor Teda Tamje Damdin Je La Sonkoro Tamje Jige Jome Hanjuk Dong Derwa Dar Jumen Je Da Yemba.
At my heart is a stream circled by the 6-syllable mantra radiating light. At the heart of the deities, generated in front, is a moon disk with the stream in the center with the 6-syllable mantra radiating light to all directions, making offerings to the light, the body, speech, and mind of all the sugatas of the 10 directions. All the blessings return, the obscurations of the body, speech, and mind of all the beings of the 3 realms are purified by the light illuminating them, and they are established in the state of the Great Compassionate One. All the beings and realms of the universe become the deities of the Great Compassionate One. All these, myself, the main deity in front, recite the 6-syllable mantra continuously, roaring like 1,000 thunder claps.
자자가라 저거 참아가 되는 마셔다 되지 나다 탑 탐지 도다지 말이다 가리나 라강은 탑지 받을 가린 것도 이게 습기 탐지라 대식된 보여 말이 습기 탐지라 대식된 보여 대식된 보 가리리 샘들이 오래들이 샘들 시바사 오래들이 샘네 습기 남는 사지 영구적 로버트면 사지 샥자서배 만만 송 타와리 대를 뛰는 들이다 이제 샘기니 담지 사지 연발았다 남적값도 로아를 독하가 차네 이 동해 연구 열고서 가서 동해 컵서 말했다 잡을링 때라다 뭐여도 tuk시 강의도 연락들이 동해다 연구를 대 동해에 살고나 동해 먹을 때 좋다고 그래. 이때서 저 탑탑지 송말에
And so please continue to recite the mantra quietly. Also, if you're following on the live stream. And so regarding the sadhana, the meaning of all the sadhanas is the same, no matter which deity we practice. On the basis, all sentient beings possess Buddha nature. Lord Jigten Sumgön said that if something wouldn't already exist on the basis, you couldn't make it be a certain way just by viewing it that way. So what it means is that sentient beings already possess Buddha nature, and that is why they can become Buddhas. And that Buddha nature is our mind, and it becomes eventually clear awareness. The Buddha Shakyamuni had already said in the past, all sentient beings are actually Buddhas. They are only obscured by adventitious stains. So on the basis, all sentient beings are Buddhas. But on the path, they appear as separate sentient beings in the 6 realms of samsara, where they experience various kinds of suffering. For example, in this world of the humans is really a Nirmanakaya Pure Land, but still we experience a lot of suffering here. In order to dispel our suffering, we need the sadhana, or the method of accomplishment. And for that purpose, various sadhanas have been taught.
Semji tamje sanje pa tap de drapa tap de semji sanje drapa tap de de tambu sanje ba de la onja lor chme de da daji ni chane de daji ni de chadar chagrong go pere chadar chagrong go tambu choye ma de ba ni chagrong chasong de ro ga to so chale dong pa de ma nyong go yo na de to ta ta mo je de 다다 설리도 저 리들이 리지 보차 정원들이 리드 강네들이 선로 통만 나오 냐마들 저기요래 나오 냐마들 가데 가디인데 이 지체변 반영을 요래 배나 다니는 온디 내 자리 내 보러리 그 나나나나 지바데 딱지당 선들서 딱지당 나나 지바들이 속물이들이 나나 지바들 디니들이 다지니 차 오 공리가 다진이 차 타는 중들이 되라 다좀 저거 봐 자가 선후적들이 차요리 저다 나와 담지 심 나와 담지 세미지들 라린 수비면 소마들 오 선유 처마서 저다 나와 담지 랑게 세미소리 랑게 세미바데 하고요 말이 처마데 니스 저거 요래 선후 나오지 세진 담지 다 차주 초초는 내 뒤지 뭐라들이 선로지 때도 좀 죽을래 해서 자기 차요래 이들한테만 남지 생기도 그런 가다 getting 레거들이 또 저 감수도 저 감나 말한 거래 다디 오래 대체부터 또 호티 나이 봐 나디 박차 정원들들이 저 탑가를 잡수로 와서 생기 봐대 이런 데 자르지 잡도 좋아라. 이 고초섬을 잡수지. 고초도 됐어. 고초도 사제 주당 계속을 될 점도 지지 메주고 그래. 잡도 성 잡도 놓아고 저 샘들이 샘도 사제를 자 사제 저 상제고 추고래. 그때 다디디 뭐 추고 그래. 상제를 잡도 좋은 샘지 말아들. 샘지 봐대. 샘지들이 다 선지 사제 피고 사제 도래 맞아도 그래제 자로도 저 쳐도 용어디 용어래 그래도 공도 상디 지자로다 투지 시보나 도탈하지 야지 산이 요래 다 사동지 동요래 대도 세 용어디도 철래들이 고송 토들이 토들이 뭐도 뭐 상지로 대대 용어디 철래들이 세지 마드로타도 더 마드로타도 거 마드로들이 세지도 돈제다 내 갑 토리도 탁탁 산지 보면 우는 맞든 틀에 되다 보면 그 sabdok 제동도 용지던 틀에 빼라 세고도 되래 그 동문에 투지시 문문에 되더니 라답도 답답도 당고 잠도 생기는 정도 용탈은 레베데 답답 자사바오는데 조를 톡대요 조는들하고 세군대로 하고 속도는 세군 나가다 잘돼 하고 답답이 동대 하고 속도는 들이디 박차대 유니버스 때리다 유니를 못 들고 이 가지로 로스를 이가 유니를 못 들으면 생기 박차대 도로도 봐면 또 저요래 그냥 쳐고 양당에서 다 되냐고 대결을 답답이 좀 되래 그래서 다 두지 집어는 라탕치는 두요래 라탕치 가리들이 추풍 제체제 동사가 사족스는 그서 다들 두지 못해 두지 뭐 니지 집으려고 요래 그래서 sabdok 제도가 봐라요 용지는 Chenrezig 해 사동 걸로 저거 동 진동가 봐서 사이에 동들 취지기 이 특기 상태를 표현되는데 내가 볼 때와 때도 다소 살리고 방송도 봐 이 동문제 말한테 사동 걸로 다 사자라면요 내를 시바지는 이 시합대 답지가 용지도 하고서 그래 마치 답에디 고비도 꽉탕체도 되라고 산 거야 말이 뒤 용지 시제다 다 가사가들이 피부가 되게 저 탐지들이 지내는데 막 하고 거리 대다를 답답했더니 담보고 담보 때 차려야 보여
And so we always explain the meaning of the sadhana. So the sadhana literally means it's a method of accomplishment. For example, when we receive the refuge vow, in the beginning we hear these words, tap which means this is the method. This is the method to attain enlightenment. So the Buddha gave a method for all sentient beings to attain enlightenment. And that is the sadhana, the method of accomplishment. So in the beginning, sentient beings are already Buddhas. They are only obscured by adventitious stains. And those are the stains of dualistic grasping, the perception of self and others. In the beginning, beings are like water, but then they freeze into ice blocks. And they suffer tremendously in the 6 realms of samsara. So the sadhana is a method to become liberated. And so now we ordinarily consider our body as most important. We identify with this body due to the habitual tendencies that we have created. And we think that this is me, this is the I. And this perception of me is ongoing, constant. Everything is mine, like this is my tea, my cup of tea. Everything is my, me. So it all comes down to this perception of I, this me. And due to this perception creates the dualistic perception of self and others. So then you have me and him and so on. And the outer universe, the outer world is created by our collective karma and habitual tendencies. In the 37 Bodhisattva practices, it says, appearances are one's own mind. So even though appearances are our own mind, we have not recognized that they are our own mind because we perceive things in a dualistic way. The outer universe, the inner sentient beings. And from that perspective, the outer universe is a creation of our collective karmas and karmic imprints or habitual tendencies. So there is this perception of there's an other, the other. So that is the collective karma, and then there is the personal karmas that we have, and that is the result of our various actions that we engage in. For example, as a result of certain actions, one may take birth as an animal or any other being in the 3 realms of samsara, in the desire realm, form realm, or formless realm. And this self goes around just like in a dream. So there's this imprint, this tendency of thinking I, this self-grasping, or as sadhana. And they all begin with taking refuge and cultivating bodhicitta. First, we must take refuge in the three jewels. The outer three jewels are the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. So the person who is taking refuge with their mind takes refuge in the Buddha. And if you want to attain enlightenment, you also need to take refuge in the Dharma. The Dharma is the antidote to self-grasping. The Buddha also said, completely tame your own mind. So after having taken refuge, we must then cultivate the motivation of bodhicitta, the mind generation. And through that, we are taming our own mind. We are eliminating self-grasping. When you cultivate a wish to benefit others, then heat arises, and that heat melts the ice block. And then all the qualities of water will become apparent. So the deities appear in various forms with different body colors, hands, legs, ornaments, and implements, and so on. For example, there's many different forms of Chenrezig. There's, for example, Chenrezig with one face and two arms, or there is the Chenrezig with 1,000 eyes and 1,000 arms. And all of the various parts of Chenrezig, like the 1,000 eyes and 1,000 arms, are all representations of his enlightened qualities and his enlightened activities. So the outer appearance of the deity represents a quality within the deity's mind, the mind that is completely enlightened. And then through enlightened activities, the deity appears in order to liberate those sentient beings who are not liberated, in order to release those who are not released, and so on, in order to liberate them from temporary suffering, and in order to establish them ultimately in enlightenment. So the 1,000-armed, 1,000-eyed Chenrezig is a representation of that. He's also called the Great Compassionate One. So when we engage in this practice, we start with refuge and bodhicitta, and then at the end, we always come to the completion stage. Even if you practice 100 different sadhanas, they all end in the completion stage. And the completion stage really is to understand the nature of the mind, the space-like nature of the mind. So this is how we understand the meaning of a sadhana or a method of accomplishment. And because we have very strong habitual tendencies, we also have to engage in practice for a long time. Some people, for example, complete a 3-year retreat and so on. But the imprints in our mind, these karmic tendencies, are like dirty clothing. And to clean our clothing, we have to wash it again and again. And so that's the purpose of this sadhana, of the Great Compassionate One. So he's the one embodying great compassion, and therefore he's the essence of all the deities. It is said that the 84,000 Dharma teachings have their root in bodhicitta. So therefore the Great Compassionate One, Chenrezig, represents the essence of all those teachings. So the 1,000-armed, 1,000-eyed Chenrezig appears in this form as a sign of his many qualities and enlightened activities. In our prayer, it is said that his 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings, and his 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate aeon. And so with his 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes, with his qualities and activities, he brings sentient beings to the state of enlightenment ultimately. So those who possess wisdom, intelligence, they will be able to understand that the nature of that deity. And those who don't understand the real qualities of the deity, they will just think that, oh, this form, this body, that's Chenrezig. But actually, it's not just this particular form, it's really anyone who accomplishes the benefit and happiness of others. a compassionate one. That is Chenrezig. So when we practice the sadhana, that is really the first thing that we need to understand.
Oh, same the thing you want. That genius the same long same Zangima, Sanji Chata to the Tachi or it. Then not it. The thing you want you marrying to them maker. Mamma Sabato. Yatever. Oh, that genius really took. That genius, Sario, genetic and Toyo. Some the thing was Jenny Delta. Me, genetic race. Oh. 내가 지네들 경제를 나 경제 용가 지네들 다 경제 탑재거든 다 인루 접대 방의 심피 접대 접대서 못이네 다시 지는 상시제 지로 사바 재미고 그래 사바 재미에 거는 되는 거네 새로 초와지는 그런 잡을이 하고 자고 사는 초와들려면 다 라가 생문이 다들 단 차로 주는 것들이 저래 또 제들 다시 나 얘들 밑에 좀 보고 말이야 올해 두 센터를 얘기를 라차로리 이시토야는 거를 보들 주말에 라티와 가래리디 라지 사와 상속세인데 줄 상속세로 장라래디 네 대서 말이 뒤책뒤 정은 무슨 리도도 따와들고 당가 상속세요 등아 라래디 마시당 같은 건 제리 라데지 가까요 말 다다라 다달래 내 깝지 저러도 그들 당가 지내도 이거 나신게 지네들이 니게리 좀 니게리 다 땅안에 지네들이 데이터를 써먹는 땅을 들이다 데이터를 미시제래 데이터들이 다 카레들이 많은 돈을 많은 바로 드시는 거 말이 바로 sembatog nyumbo otitogoranga anga togo sabdam song zoba gom jeba tong chongchong ji라는 게 지정 가는 탐지 바로 sembatog은 저 탑이잖아 들이가면 이들이 다 장을 관리 쪽이요 양양도 쇼는 용탄군이들이 이슬 매비시 돌아들 상다 조를 쓰더니 따라 태선매가 이 잡고요 대바도 버들이 다 생고말 대바지는 양차로 쇼도고요 생모만 희재질이 잘못 쇼고요 이가 대상 쪽서 상지라 다지디로도 파상조고요 첩제는 첩상제 새로 상제 철제라 설정 첩제 첩상제 설상제라는 거 도저히 들 상제 세배 맞지라 들 도저히 초대고 작아요 다다랑 데가 데베 역할을 다 상제리 대상으로 들도 라든 시제는 가자 다다 맞지래도 간라 거리냐는 좀 사족수고도 사족세지 뭐니 너가 뭐라고 그래 나 sabte도 sab도 뭐 망보요래 대탐지 이제 보니게지는 지내서 몽지게지는 제대로 뭐 무엇을 이들 고아야 못 차는 이들 저들 라도 집에서 남강이 세나 오만을 배면 라도 제발 떠는 라금 멈춰지고 없네요 저보다 저런 것들을 사주가 차로 자와 탐지 실로도 찍지 사지가 다제리 그 남바 사지에 용기 식 앙당보다 실력도 바로도 저탑세와 사야스 자가 가져 집어 집어 제세제도 제세 정들 망버리지 찍찍질 가려고 내롱도 틀어가고 매 땅나무 좀 실라 땅 삼지제 장장 정들나 나무 양반님 매한테는 직성시 들이 다 줘야 우리 데리들이 잠깐 답답해졌다 나 거기 양자하고 보면 나도 설을 줘요 때문에 제대로 생각 되다 폴로들 그 많은 폴로 그냥 치고 돈들이 나 거기는 홍거들이 세 나고 폴로 탐지리 남들 세부 폴로는 Sempre nyamdo do yore. Sempre nyamdo do. Sempre nyamdo tita kolo nyamdo songa ya de. Tita ko sempre ngan Deities. Todo shiro yo, shiro yo. Ti ha ko le tita me para kong ji ngwa sok ta de. Yang de. Me pa de kolo ko le tita ne tang sang hi ji ya. Sang hi ji ke ti ko ta dang ji shiro yo le si le de le. Nga cha rong re si. Dang ji shiro yo le si. Ti ha ko me tita ta ko. Ti wa do ha ko yo le. Then now the Lambda Circuit is Hajig songs or Chu songs, Hajig, Chu songs, Chukare, Chu some he did it. Oh, Chidi was some he did it of the Todd. What did you give it in the Tango Sergeant Machine Tamser? She was Yam the Chopa, so they chow the one of the Sarlin. The young Sarlin Tamser did the Chetawa Gisela. Little Choa Tongo, oh, Dargimbo, Zongimbo, Chusam Yaboka, they come down, the Choa Tongo, the Salams was the center. 서로 쉬운 거리들이 소가 뜨고 온 거리 대다고 싸움당 일다다들이 저다 토마나다 저당 저도 먹고 싶어요. 싸워도 돼서 뭐 당대들이 무슨 메시지야.
So the sadhana practice mainly is an antidote to the grasping at the self, this me. And so when we practice a deity or a god, there are wisdom gods and there are worldly gods. And what we call a worldly god is one that has a perception of self and other. Even if such a person practices a yidam deity, it still becomes like a worldly god if there is a perception of self and other, a dualistic perception. The mind that rests in the state of Mahamudra, in the natural non-dual awareness, that mind is called the wisdom deity. And this mind of the wisdom deity is all-pervasive. So when you practice any yidam deity, you bring this deity to mind and really ask yourself, have I really become that deity? Do I really possess the qualities of that deity? Am I really Chenrezig or not? So really look at your own mind and look into that. So when you think about it, then you will see that, so my mind is actually Buddha nature. So my mind actually is Chenrezig. And there is no difference between my Buddha nature and Chenrezig's mind. It's not that one is better and the other one is worse. The Buddha Shakyamuni already decided upon that. So even though I possess Buddha nature, I constantly think of me, me, me. So instead of doing that, I think of Chenrezig. So normally we think that there's just me and I'm drinking and I'm eating and so on. But actually, when compassion arises within your mind in the beginning, and you then think of Chenrezig, you can be certain that you really are Chenrezig at that time. So the sadhana is a method to cultivate compassion, the essence of the deity. It is a method for us to cultivate bodhicitta that wishes to not harm anyone and that wishes to accomplish the benefit of others. So we need such a mind of immeasurable love and compassion for all sentient beings. And a real feeling of that must arise in our minds. For example, a real feeling of, I want everyone in this world to be happy. If that arises in your mind, your mind really is the deity. And this is where the ice block begins to melt. And then you need not have any doubts about whether or not you really are the deity. If you have compassion, you really are the deity. One time Yeshe Tsogyal asked Guru Rinpoche, so there are so many different deities, but what are they really? And Guru Rinpoche replied, the so-called deity is nothing else but bodhicitta. So if you give rise to bodhicitta, you really are the deity. So these words really are the very essence that we need to understand. If I give rise to bodhicitta, I really am Chenrezig. I'm the deity. I'm a god. But the next moment, if I get angry and selfish, then I'm a demon. There is no separate god and demon. It changes moment to moment in our own mind due to various conditions and thoughts arising in our mind. So when compassion arises, you really are Chenrezig. So you can be certain that right now in this moment, I really am Chenrezig. And then with that awareness, then with your speech, recite the Mani mantra. And a Mani mantra, the 6 syllables, are the essence of the 6 paramitas. For example, ethical discipline, patience, and generosity. Even if these paramitas, some of them arise, even if you practice them a little bit, they all become ultimately a perfection, a paramita. And so anyways, we've already mentioned that many times before. So we practice the Mani mantra, and in the end, we come to the completion stage where we settle in non-dual primordial awareness and free of any doubt as to whether or not we are the deity. And until we have realized that we are the deity without any doubt, we need to engage in practice. When we cultivate devotion to the higher beings, we are melting the ice block. Also, when we cultivate compassion for sentient beings, we are melting the ice block. Now, so this mind of bodhicitta in Tibetan, it is Chang Chup Sem, so Chang and Chup. Chang means to purify, meaning to purify self-grasping, the self-cherishing mind. And Chup, so Chang, and then Chup means to acquire or to master. So what is mastered then is immeasurable love. So even though we say Chang Chup, the real order would actually be Chup Sang, Chup Chang. So first we give rise to love, and then as a result of that, we purify self-grasping. And so this is a real feeling that has to arise. For example, between friends, if 2 friends really have great love for each other, then the other friend will feel very happy when they're in each other's presence. And that this love is the cause of happiness. We can see that, for example, between friends. So whatever deity you practice one deity, and whichever deity you practice, the essence of that deity is bodhicitta. And so whatever deity you practice, you should always ask yourself, am I really becoming that deity? Have I really cultivated bodhicitta? And if love has arisen, you really are the deity. And there are many different forms of the deity. We can say that any female with love and compassion is Tara, and any male with compassion is the actual Chenrezig. So practice this awareness until you become that. For example, when you wake up from sleeping, immediately remember the deity and recite a few Mani mantras. It doesn't matter which deity you practice. There may be 100,000 deities, but in the end, the completion stage is always the same. It is that within the expanse of primordial wisdom, all the Buddhas are one. The Buddha Shakyamuni also decided upon that. He also realized that. So the best knowledge to possess within Buddhism is called the perfection of wisdom, or the Prajna Paramita. There are many different sadhanas, there are many different volumes of scriptures, the Gangyo, the words of the Buddha. There are the 84,000 Dharma teachings, and they each are combined with each other, so they are really endless teachings. But also it is said that they all have a single essence. It is said that if you realize the nature of your own mind, there is no greater, no higher learning than that. So there's one thing that you need to hold on to, and that is love. If you have that, then you can be content and think that this is all I really need. That is the essence of all sadhana practice. And so when we practice the sadhana and visualize the mantra garland, all of that is an antidote to our afflictive emotions. And we visualize the mantra garland, for example, it is a method for the mind to remain single-pointed, and so that the mind does not become distracted outward. There are many benefits to the mantra garland, and actually the mantra garland has the same benefit as a prayer wheel, for example. When you spin a prayer wheel, your mind goes along with that rotation. So the mind focuses single-pointedly on the rotation of the prayer wheel. So it's a method to focus single-pointedly. And as you focus on this practice, you are melting away self-grasping. So this is the experience that you should gain when you engage in practice. So again, you begin the practice on the basis of love and compassion. The activity, the function of love and compassion is to destroy self-grasping, which is like an ice block. So I am like an ice block right now, and I need to melt this ice block with love and compassion. If you understand this, then you have really understood the core essence of any sadhana practice. So then the Buddha was the one who taught us the path. The path is called the Dharma, and the Dharma is nothing else but love and compassion. That is why in the refuge vow we say, I take refuge in love and compassion, the heart essence of the Dharma. And then we take refuge in the virtuous friend, the heart essence of companions, or the Sangha. For example, as a Sangha community, we meet together to practice the sadhana, the ritual together. And in this way, we benefit each other. And also through the group practice of a sadhana, all of our senses become immersed in the practice. For example, we hear the beautiful sound of the chant, and there is a pleasant scent of incense and the beautiful offerings on the shrine and so on. And all of these open our senses, so we become completely immersed in the practice. And this is then also what causes the ice block to melt. So this is the first and important thing to understand about the sadhana, and it's really something that we mention often. But that's the essence, really. So now let's take a short break.
Oh.